Let's welcome Madison.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison and I'm here to talk about one way that you can make a small change in your life that will positively impact both the economy and help your community. And that small change that you can make is by switching some of your business to local businesses instead of shopping only at national chains. And there are actually 8 reasons that I'm going to talk about why you should shop locally. So the first reason is that shopping locally will stimulate the economy in your community because it supports the local economies and directly benefits the areas. The dollars that you spend at local businesses as opposed to national chains go directly back into the community instead of going to like the CEOs or just into the employees of the national chain. A study at statelocal.org concluded that dollars spent at local businesses instead of large national chains have 3 times the impact on the community as large chains. This makes more jobs, accumulate sales dollars, and taxes that can go directly back into public services such as public schools, playgrounds, churches, and other public services. A study by civics economists in 2013 in Canada showed that for every $1 million in sales, $450,000 of those sales go directly back into the community, whereas only $170,000 of the money spent at national chains goes back into the community. And the same can go for restaurants. $650,000 of the $1 million spent at local restaurants went back into the community, where only $300,000 goes back for local chains. This study concluded that for every shift of 10% of business from national chains to the local businesses would create 31,000 jobs, paying over $940 million in wages. So that basically just shows you that only, for every person, if every person shifted 10% of their business from a national chain like a Walmart or a Target to a local business like a grocery store or something, that would create that much money, $940 million. So the second reason to shop locally is that local businesses generally provide better wages and benefits to their employees. And I'm sure you all are familiar with Walmart and how it's known for not paying its employees fair wages, fair and livable wages, and not giving them enough time off, stuff like that. And local businesses generally provide fair wages, fair time off, and other benefits such as health care and things like that. The third reason is that local businesses actually generate healthy competition instead of creating monopolies, which creates innovation and low prices and product diversity. This helps the economy because instead of just having one large chain selling all the different products such as ones that you find in a pharmacy or a grocery store, or like a school supply store, something like that. By having all of the stores individually, this creates competition between the stores, which means that they'll eventually have to lower the prices to meet the demands of the consumers. And a study in Chicago showed that the opening of a Walmart on the west side of the city resulted in the closure of 1/4 of the businesses within a 4-mile radius. And that basically just shows that, especially within a big city like Chicago, having a huge national chains such as Walmart really hurts a lot of the local businesses that a lot of people really like to have in their city. The fourth reason is that small businesses enhance communities in a positive way. Studies have shown links to the well-being of communities directly go back to how many local businesses there are in the community. And they show lower rates of mortality, obesity, diabetes, crime, and public health. Local businesses have also shown direct links into how unified a community can be and how strongly they can unify in times of crisis. And that goes directly into my 5th point, which is that local businesses are more resilient than large chains. And a study in New Orleans right after Hurricane Katrina showed that 1/2 of the local businesses reopened within a month of the disaster, whereas only 1/4 of the chain stores did. And a lot of those local businesses within New Orleans in the crisis area provided aid and shelter and places of community gathering during that time. The sixth reason to shop locally is that local businesses donate 2 times more per employee as chains do. So if you're wanting to make an impact and donate some money towards charity, but you don't know where to donate exactly, you can always shop locally, and that money will indirectly go into charities that are in the community. And the seventh reason to shop locally is related to food and grocery stores. And this is because large chain grocery stores buy their product from large farmers and factories which use GMOs and pesticides. And just a personal story relating to that, my dad is gluten intolerant, and so he has like really bad allergic reactions to the gluten when we buy it at regular stores, Walmart, Target, even big grocery stores. But when we travel to other places like Africa, for example, when they are farming their products locally and organically, he can eat gluten there because it's not genetically modified and it doesn't have all the chemicals and pesticides. Also, large chain farmers and grocery stores transport their food from all across the country and even internationally, and the food actually loses its nutritional value for every mile that it travels. So when you're buying locally, the food that you're eating is actually going to benefit you nutritionally. And last but not least, the eighth reason for buying locally is that it's actually better for the environment. Buying locally reduces transportation emissions and factory emissions because a lot of national chains can buy their products from international offshore factories and then have to transport them back into the United States, which causes emissions. And also it's fresher when it's picked locally, and going back to the other reason, the nutritional value. And also there's less packaging of products bought at local businesses. So basically those are just some reasons why you should buy locally. I personally try to avoid the big chain stores. I know it's hard to do that here in Elon when there's a lot of fast food and big chains, but hopefully I just gave you guys a couple reasons to shift your business to smaller stores.
Good job.